Hey, Tottenham fans, welcome to another video on our channel, where you can stay up to date with everything happening with the Spurs, both on and off the pitch. Today we have some news that will tug at the heartstrings of fans. Richarlison is back in the Brazilian national team after almost 2 years away. And more than that, he has received a public statement of confidence from one of the world's greatest coaches. What impact will this call-up have on our number 9? And what does it say about his current situation at the club? Join us to find out everything. After 586 days away from the Brazilian national team, Richarlison has been called up again by none other than Carlo Ancelotti, and his first squad list as the new coach of the Seleção. The news came shortly after the end of the European season, where the striker finished on a high note at Tottenham, even after facing a series of injuries. He played 23 games, scored 5 goals, made 2 assists, and was a starter in the historic Europa League final, which ended the club's 41-year drought in continental titles. Emotional, Richarlison wrote on social media, "You can't imagine how happy I am to be back." The call-up was not just based on statistics. The relationship of trust with Ancelotti, built during his time at Everton, weighed heavily. The coach had already classified the Brazilian as a complete, modern striker with excellent movement. Now, expectations revolve around his performance with the yellow jersey in the upcoming games. Richarlison's call-up caused quite a stir among journalists and fans. Many analysts highlighted Ancelotti's courage in betting on a player who had an irregular season, but showed character in decisive moments. Former national team players, such as Juninho Paulista and Belletti, praised the choice, highlighting the striker's history of dedication in World Cups and important competitions. On social media, Brazilian fans were divided in their opinions, but most Tottenham fans celebrated the call-up as a sign of recognition for Pombo's recent efforts, especially after his performance in the Europa League final. For many, Ancelotti's public confidence rekindles the flame of Richarlison as a protagonist, both with the club and with the national team. Richarlison's return to the national team may have direct effects on the atmosphere at Tottenham, in addition to increasing the player's market value and strengthening his confidence. The call-up may positively influence the Spurs locker room, showing that even in the midst of a season of ups and downs, dedication continues to be recognized. Ancelotti made it clear that attitude was a determining factor, and this may inspire other players on the squad. The striker is now preparing to face Ecuador on June 5th and meet the Brazilian fans again on the 10th against Paraguay at the Neoquímica Arena. A good performance in these games could put him back on the radar for Brazil's starting lineup for the 2026 World Cup and consolidate him as a key player. In Ainge Postecoglou's plans for next season, Richarlison is a character who rouses intense emotions in football, criticized for his inconsistency and praised for his dedication. Tottenham's number 9 is experiencing one of the most emblematic phases of his career. Even with injuries that kept him out for much of the season, he did not give up. He came back, fought for a starting spot, and ended up as the protagonist in a European final. His numbers for the season are not impressive at first glance. 5 goals and 2 assists in 23 games, but the context shows an important recovery. Ancelotti's call-up comes as a seal of approval for his tactical, physical, and emotional value. More than technique, the coach seems to have seen in Richarlison a symbol of commitment and resilience. This image could be fundamental not only for the national team, but also to reinforce his role in the Spurs squad, which needs leaders with grit and personality for next season. ** here on the channel. We like to analyze beyond the statistics, and in this case, Richarlison's return to the national team is much more than a one-off call-up. It's a reflection of how much attitude and persistence still count in modern football. It wasn't Pombo's most brilliant season, but when it really mattered, he showed up, and that says a lot. Ancelotti knows what he's doing. He worked with the striker at Everton and knows his potential for Tottenham. This is excellent news. A motivated Richarlison backed by the national team could be a key weapon in the next cycle. And let's face it, he has credit with the fans, who have seen up close his ability to decide big games even when the odds were stacked against him. So, fans, Richarlison is back and in high spirits. Now, it remains to be seen whether this new phase will mark a definitive turning point in our striker's career. Both for the national team and for Tottenham, we continue together on this journey because if there is one club that knows what it means to fight and come back stronger, it is our Spurs. So, leave your like, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. There's more to come and you won't want to miss a thing.